Listen, I've had a very, very busy last couple of days. We've been over in the master bedroom portion of our home, that entire wing, getting some additional coats of mud put up on our new drywall. I've also been touching things up here and there, just try to get it looking as good as I possibly can. Very important to me.
I think it looks good.
Thanks.
So now we get to move on to our most important room in the house, our kitchen and great room area. Before we can get any mud on the walls, we do need to get this room up to temperature. So we're going to be putting plastic on all the doors, foaming around the windows, and bringing all the heaters in here.
So Melissa, what's it going to be? Is it door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
I guess I'll go with door number 3, Bob. Door number 3.
It was door 3 the whole time. Door 3.
Maybe I'll try door 2.
Door 3. You're stuck with door 3. Forever and always door number 3. All right, plastic is up over the doors. Let's get some foam around these windows. I'm out of foam. I'm out of foam. There's none left. Good timing.
Super.
Oh, wait, more's coming. Ah, there it is.
All right, back to the sexy shot.
Perfect. Come on, let that foam dry up. Let the space heaters run.
Lose the coats?
Lose the coats. Get some mud up on the walls.
Nevaeh's driver said today, which means I have to leave early. Luckily, we've gotten a lot quicker at this, so we're going to try to knock out this whole room before I have to go.
2 hours.
Yeah. All right, Jeremy. Just rub it down.
Line it up and I'll rub it down, Mama.
Oh my gosh.
You're doing an outstanding job as usual, Mama.
As are you.
Thanks for the encouragement.
You're welcome. You're like one of those alarm clocks.
Just positive.
You are a special person.
Positive affirmations all day.
You're going to have a tremendous day.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and darn it, people like me.
You got kids.
You lose your tooth?
Yeah.
Finally?
Oh,
Let me
look
see.
at that. You're so adorable.
Here, let's shut the door. We gotta keep the warm air in.
Ferry's coming tonight, mister. Do you feel excited? Where's your tooth?
It's, inside.
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 You look so funny now.
Aww.
How'd it happen? Did you pull it out?
No, we were playing on the couch and I hit it accidentally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sister knocked your tooth out?
Oh. Cool, man. You look good. I like it.
Congratulations. You're a man now.
Oh, it's your mama shirt. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! You're gonna get...
So we've got the first coat up over all of our tapered seams as well as all of the screws here in the bottom portion of the great room. I'm gonna hop up in the gable end and let all of these seams dry up. Then we'll hop back down and get all the butt seams. We're just trying to avoid running our mud for all of the butt seams and having it intersect with the tape and the mud for our tapered edges. It just makes for kind of a mess. I've learned a lot over in the master bedroom wing, and I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable, which is why I think things are moving a little quicker in here. How much longer do I have here? So you have to leave.
You got me about 30 minutes.
Let's get all the tapered edges in here done. I feel like we're no longer just trying to figure things out. We've got a rhythm going. We know what we're doing a little bit.
I did not think we were going to get to the pantry today, so.
Yeah, really quick. I'm just so much more comfortable with the hawk in my hand and all the knives. amazing what you can pick up as far as new skills go in like 10 or 12 hours of doing it.
We should start a drywall company.
What?
I gotta be the runner.
You know what our pantry looks like?
What?
A whale shark.
Oh,
You know the spots? Right?
Yeah.
Alright, what time is it?
It's time for me to go.
Time to go. You gonna let Nevaeh drive?
No.
You're not gonna let her drive? The driver's
No
in?
way.
Why not?
Because she's been behind the wheel like 2 times.
You don't trust her?
Nope.
I think you don't
Sure
trust
don't.
You don't trust yourself.
I don't trust a 15-year-old. All right, you keep working. I'll be back in 4 hours.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Mama. Drive safe.
Yeah.
Call me if you get any problems. Bye.
Bye. So we're gonna make the drive to driver's ed. It is a half an hour. Well, this time of year, with the trucks having to drive slow, it's about 45 minutes into town, 45 minutes back. Driver's ed's what, 2 hours? 2 hours. So we're gonna be losing 3 days a week. We're gonna be losing about 4 or 5 hours out of our workday because Nevaeh wants to learn how to drive. Are you enjoying driver's ed?
Yeah, it's been good so far. It's weird being in a classroom.
Nevaeh's never been in a school.
Nope.
Ever. Bye, don't crash.
We're in a classroom.
I know.
Bye.
Bye. All right, now we've got 2 hours to wait until Nevaeh comes out of driver's ed. But yeah, my initial reaction to her doing driver's ed right now and having that 3 days a week and taking up about 4 hours right in the middle of the day was like absolutely not a good time. But you know, we're parents first, and she's going to be 16 this summer, and she wants to get her driver's license. So, you know, this is the kind of stuff that you just have to make time for. This is life, and this is family, and that comes first. So we do it, and if it takes us a little longer to do drywall, so be it. But since I am in town, I'm going to go look at some other flooring options. There's a small place in town that has some flooring that we haven't seen yet, and I want to make sure that I've seen every possible flooring option out there. I still love the one that we picked. I love it, but it does scratch, so I want to go look at some other things. I am crazy excited. I went in there and I found 3 samples of the luxury vinyl. You guys were telling us not to go with the laminate. And although it did really well for the water test, it did scratch. It made me a little nervous with all the different people saying, no, don't do it. So I wanted to go in and give the luxury vinyl a try. And I'm so glad I did. They have 3 samples that are really beautiful. At least I think they are. So I'm going to bring them home to Jeremy and see how he feels about them. But I feel really excited about it. Did you crash?
I did not. I did not crash my desk.
All right, we're going home.
I've been doing what I can by myself, and we got all of the tapered seams mudded here in the pantry. And I think everything here in the gable end is dried up, so let's go through and get everything trimmed. You got there?
Flooring sample.
See that?
I found them while I was out. What do you get done?
Some of the stuff in the pantry done. We're gonna have inside corners here now. Well, what do you got?
Exciting.
Is this all vinyl or
This
what?
is all luxury plank vinyl. So what do you think? That's the one I liked online, but now that I get it here, it's gray.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Okay. This one to me looked just like real wood. And then this one had a lot of warm colors, which I thought would match with all the warm colors we picked.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to decide. They're all really, really nice, but you're leaning toward the vinyl now over the laminate?
Yeah, vinyl. Let's just look at it in the daylight though.
Yeah, it's hard to tell under the artificial lighting.
All right, we going in?
You're going in. I'm gonna keep working.
Really?
More progress, Mama. Needs to be done. We are guilty of having owned some terrible knives.
I got these knives in college.
It's true. She came with these knives. Are those our fabric scissors?
Maybe.
Melissa, and a butter knife?
I like butter. I actually didn't realize how terrible my knives were until I finally got a set of Kamikoto Japanese steel knives.
Kamikoto knives come in a heavy-duty ash wood box, which is not only fancy and perfect for gifting, but it also keeps our knives safely stored.
I searched for the perfect knives for quite a while, and I finally decided on the Kamikoto Japanese steel knives because not only do they come with a lifetime guarantee, but each knife is individually inspected.
Kamikoto knives are made from high-quality Japanese steel sourced from mills in Japan. They're used by Michelin star chefs all over the world.
I was so used to sawing through steak and smushing my way through fruit, I could not believe the difference once I got the new Japanese steel Kamikoto knives.
Their single beveled edge cuts through everything like butter, and I can't believe we waited so long to order these.
So whether you're a pro in the kitchen or maybe you're like us and you just had some really junky knives, go check out everything they have to offer. Kamikoto has several offers going on right now, and they are offering our viewers $50 off any order with discount code goodsimpleliving. Just click the link down in the description below. It's mid-morning and Jeremy is already out here working. He's been out here for a few hours while I was getting the horses shoed and getting homeschool done and just life. Last night he was out here till midnight. He got all of the corners done. This man is incredible. You have been like the Energizer bunny for
The house
the
isn't going to
past.
build itself, Mama. The house is not going to build itself.
But with the taping and mudding, every single night he's been out here till at least 11 getting it done. So it's pretty crazy how, I mean, I feel like it's going quickly, but that's because I'm not the one that's out here till 11 p.m.
No, I'm really tired, but it has to be done. So I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, it looks awesome. So we're gonna get to work. I'm gonna hit all these screws again. Jeremy's got some butt seams to do in the pantry, and we've got the first coat on this entire wing, which is so cool. It just makes it feel like we're getting it done.
This was the year the glue gave out, and everything solid became a cloud. Uncertainty swirled around like dust, but home was a safe place for us. When I look in your eyes, all I see is light, and the darkness around us gets small.
Snack time! Cookie!
Oh, more cookies. I love them. Today's snack belt choice of the day is from the Sparkle All Over Bakery. Thank you so much to whoever sent these. We have all different flavors.
What is this one?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, that's going down.
I know. That's your favorite thing. That's like a staple in your life.
Love me some PBJ. So we got the majority of our butt seams done throughout the living room and also back in the pantry, but we want to take a second not only for a snack, but because we had something we wanted to openly discuss with all of you who watch us on a consistent basis. It's just something we've been discussing amongst ourselves and just kind of thinking about recently.
So a lot of you guys have asked if we've ever considered doing reality television or why hasn't a reality show picked you guys up. So the truth is that quite a few networks will shop family YouTube channels because, well, we're familiar with being on camera and they get to kind of look into our family before they even approach us. So we have had quite a few over the years approach us, but recently we had one pretty seriously shop us, and the premise of the show was more geared towards family and parenting, and it was kind of a reality show in that they came in and they really looked at your parenting style. And so we really considered it. We talked to producers, but ultimately what did we decide?
I think my reluctance with it is the fact that we have 4 kids, and while we love doing YouTube, I don't know, I guess it would lighten the load.
Yeah.
Going the television route, we wouldn't be worrying about editing. I mean, Melissa stays up till 1 or 2 a.m. sometimes editing, trying to get all these videos put together. So it's a lot of work. But my reluctance is that I don't necessarily think it's the best situation for our family, specifically with our kids. It's one thing when it's Melissa and I, we're grown adults. We're not kids who are still in the process of being molded and refined and growing up. It just really complicates things, and I don't necessarily think that it's the best thing for our family, which, as you guys know, is always our primary concern. I don't want to do anything that I'd look back on later and say, no, I think that was more detrimental than anything else. It's not worthwhile.
Yeah, I think my main concern with it when we really started talking about all the details of it was that they come and they film what they want, and it's not me editing where I'll protect my children's feelings or you know, if somebody's crying, I'm never going to shove a camera in their face, or if they get hurt.
Unless it's me.
Yeah, unless when Jeremy's crying, you know, it's different. But it just like when Eli fell and split his eye open and needed stitches and we had to go to the emergency room, like we could have filmed that. We could have made a big video on that. I probably would have done really well, but he was upset and scared. And the last thing I would ever do is shove a camera in his face at that moment.
Yeah.
And air that. And if you're on reality television, they're going to film that. They're going to put it in. They're going to dramatize it. And I just don't think that's fair to our kids. This is not something that they would choose for their life. So yeah.
Agreed. It's just hard to find that balance. And
Yeah.
Again, I think the health and well-being and normalcy that we provide our children is the most important thing to me. We never ever set out to have our lives be openly consumed by viewers. We think it's a great thing. That's why we love doing YouTube and love each and every one of you that watches. But when it comes to the kids, you know, we're able to dictate and control that aspect of it. That's why primarily you see myself and Melissa on all the videos and the kids very, very sparingly. It's it's the way we want things to be and the way we want to shape the way our channel and our videos are, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's just hard. We have kids. I don't want to complicate life for them. I want to look out for their well-being.
And we leave it up to them whether or not they want to be on. So Kira and Eli really love to be on the videos. They love being part of the videos. When I'm editing it and they hear their voice, they come running over and they get all proud when they see themselves on the big TV and stuff. They love it. So they come out all the time, you know, to be silly, to be a safety inspector. And we never tell them, hey, come out and be on the video. So you guys will ask, well, where's your older son? Why isn't he on it? And I think sometimes he just doesn't want to be.
Yeah, he's more introverted.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. And like, we're never going to push him to be on it. But when he comes out and he does want to be on it, then, you know, that's fine. But when you take that control away from the parents and from the children themselves to say how much or when or no, I think that's just what broke the deal for us. But
Just something very interesting. It's been discussed repeatedly between Melissa and I. So
yeah.
just dropped half my cookie, which is delicious, by the way.
Yeah, hopefully that kind of helps to answer the questions on whether or not we've ever considered it. And yes, we did very, very seriously consider it. But ultimately, we decided that we just want to stick with YouTube. Absolutely love what we're doing now. You really ate that cookie fast.
It's delicious. PBJ. It's my favorite.
Staple of your life.
Okay, we're back in the daylight. Let's discuss these flooring options once again.
This flooring thing has been so difficult.
It's really, really hard. The problem we're having is that the trim that we're trying to use here as like a baseboard up against the flooring selections that we're looking at it's not the same kind of wood that we're ultimately going to be going with. It might be the same stain, but it's not necessarily going to show the same against the type of wood we eventually go with. So
Right, we're going naughty alder with all of our trim, and this is actually fir. So this is the tongue and groove for our ceiling. So we're trying to find something that's going to go with the ceiling, but not be too matchy-matchy.
Melissa likes this one. I like this one just because I feel like it grabs a lot more of all of the different stains that we're going to be using up on the ceiling. I don't know whether or not that's a good or a bad thing.
I just want someone to be like, this is your flooring.
We need Joanna Gaines. Somebody get Joanna Gaines on the phone.
She would go just super dark, solid color. I know Joanna. I hate to say it, Daddy, but I think we need to go look at more flooring. I'm sorry. We got the whole first coat done inside the great room section and the pantry. So now Jeremy is back in the master wing. He's gonna get the third coat on everything. That will be the final coat here. And we will be completely done with this wing of the house. Then he can get the second and third coat done in the great room. And we can move on to the final wing and finally wrap up this drywall project. So I'm sure Jeremy's gonna be working late into the night. There isn't a whole lot I can do. So I'm gonna go spend some time with the kids, get out of Jeremy's way, let him work. This month, we were presented with an opportunity that just a few years ago, we could have never even dreamed would be a reality for us. But then once it was, we really started thinking about what would that entail? What would it actually mean for our family? That was not the dream. We came here to build a foundation for them. a foundation on which they could build what they envisioned for their own lives. Our job as a parent is to facilitate their gifts, but not to decide for them. So we will build our dream, day in and day out. But remember that these 4 individuals that we're raising, they have their own goals and their own comfort levels and their own identities. And each one of their dreams is equally as important as our own. The worst thing that we could do is take control away from them. They say that when a child is born, the parent is also born. And it was in that moment that I realized my life was no longer all about what I wanted. When you're a parent, everything changes. And suddenly, the most important thing is not what you're doing, but rather who you are raising.